Tonight on Business Live, Trade Minister KYEREMATEN visits scene of Makola Market fire and promises relief package for traders affected by the fire that ravaged stores.
Yeah, I just want to see my shop, to be sure. Even though I was looking neat from the back, I saw it's bent, but I want to really see. I was having this hope, sir, maybe, but I want to just see it if it is real. But, you know, the smoke couldn't allow me to go, so I have to return.
We'll hear more from traders as they allowed access to salvage whatever is remaining from the disaster. Also coming up, Mining Sector Rehabilitation Secretariat established to support the development of mining communities in the Western region. Plus, bridging the green financing gap, the University of Ghana Business School calls for collaboration between academia and industry. Thanks for joining us, everyone. My name is DARKO-MENSAH. Details in a moment. Welcome back from that break now. Scores of traders at Makola are assessing their losses after a 3-story building housing their wares caught fire Monday. The fire is still yet to be fully contained more than 24 hours after it started. Yesterday, it took firefighters more than 10 hours to douse the raging flames now. Earlier this morning, some of the traders were given access to salvage what they could from the building, but the fire reignited from the smoldering rubble, ravaging what was left in the building. Minister for Trade and Industry, KYEREMATEN, who visited the scene, announced that a relief package was being prepared for the victims. Manuel Kwanting returned to Makola today and now reports.
Fire service. To me, bani me share fire service for me. No more ba o mukuta hwe na me say ah. Na fire service for ya o mu be say ko o mu de ka ba. E na me san mechi, ti me san mechi na me ko efam wo be bia me meti no me du ho no. Na ye no ma na wo ho ni nya ya sese ni nyina ti me gya hempo dia me no ma no me hu be bia gu ni nyina ayira. Afei me ba di dosh or di dosh ono no shop na wo soro ho pa no. Ba ku so wo mfifin ha. Ni nyina se ene no ho se bibia se wan fa bibia wo te do de no waka pa no waka ndi esramo umbo made ni stores na oho ni nyina mommo made na mommoa won o time ade ne start ye no o ma ye kwan se e bia yen gina ho yi eniama because na jana na no odin enti yam o ma ye nyina si form na eye kakra na wie no ma ye say ejana ba form no na say by 4 o'clock na say nka o ma ye kwan kakra na yetimi yi eniama ne bi but o ma allow ye enti ye eniama ne de nya so obi de ahye obi de anhye ye build no obia eniama ahye obia mi say man fa pin me ton singlet me ton handkerchief me ton niama bosses niama bodin ini bia ko benjele ko bana ka da Nigeria bia tale ko ko benjele jeme fe mi no ni nyema lo shife ye no ko fe mi na kanu hwe no
ko fe bo na ke bo no hwe
la pa ka ja mwene magbe wa ja chu afa e wa gude wo yen wo lo e wo bo ni hen popo so ni yen bo mi di mo ni me kanu ba hwe no bia bia fe ini bia ko benjele ko ye
Bena wabo ko wa ene no ke ko hia ye sure
no ka ko hia wo yen be ka bi na ya school.
We are here first to sympathize with the victims of this fire incident. This is the worst time for this to have happened, particularly at a time when our small businesses are just about recovering from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. So it's very unfortunate that this should happen at this time. But be that as it may, we thank God that through the heroic efforts of the Ghana Fire Service, that for now they've been able to contain the fire. If this had spread to other buildings, I'm sure that the devastation would have been more serious. But I'm here also to sympathize with the victims and to assure them that government is committed and fully behind them, and we are going to take all the necessary steps to ensure that we support them to get them back into their trade. And so I've instructed the Ghana Enterprises Agency to very quickly develop a package of support for the victims of this fire incident. Once we are able to identify the cause of this fire incident, we'll have to, as a country, to reflect very soberly on our domestic retail market infrastructure. You know, this is not the first time that we've gone through this incident. And already government has commissioned an investigation and exercise and to try and find a permanent solution to this. So I'd like first to assure the victims that we are not going to leave them behind.
All right, that was the trade minister there, Alan KYEREMATEN, and as you heard from the traders, they've lost virtually everything, and the minister promising them a relief package there. Let's turn to mining now. The chiefs and people of mining communities in the Western region are pushing for infrastructure development, such as roads that will raise their status to that of Johannesburg of South Africa, which is also a mining city. To this end, a secretariat has been established to champion the agenda. There's more in this report.
Joy Business understands that the mining firms will donate proceeds of their earnings into a fund that will be created to facilitate the project. KWABENA OKYERE DARKO-MENSAH is the Western Regional Minister and was speaking at the launch of the Office for the Mining Sector Rehabilitation Secretariat.
Western region is the #1 contributor to Ghana's GDP. Western region is the #1 contributor of gold production in Ghana, is the #1 contributor of manganese, is the #1 contributor of oil and gas. And then even when it comes to coconut, we do 85%. And then when it comes to rubber, we do 98%. So when somebody decides that they want to work hand in hand with government to be able to unleash the potential of upgrading our towns and cities in the mining enclave into first class, like what we have it in Johannesburg, Calgary, and the rest, we believe that such a person needs to be supported. And it's for that reason that we are here today to support him so that we'll be able to fix our infrastructure in the Western region.
The Jason Hine of Apinto Divisional Area in Takwa, Nana Adakwa Bediako, said it's long overdue for the Western region, which houses a chunk of the nation's natural resources, to be developed to the highest standard. He's optimistic the Secretariat will fast-track the infrastructure development.
In 2017, we heard about a speech from the President at that time regarding the state of mining communities and the need to upgrade the state of mining communities. And for a while, we've been expecting something like this to happen. On my own behalf and from people from mining communities in the Western region and beyond, we think there's a great opportunity for us to develop the roads in our communities. It is our hope that the setting up of these projects and this secretariat will facilitate said development in our communities and allow the mining companies to contribute beyond their usual corporate social responsibilities to the development of our communities. We are hoping that this secretariat will facilitate the roads development network.
The Western region boasts of natural resources such as crude oil, gold, manganese, bauxite, and cocoa.
Well, turning to another hot topic which has got to do with green financing, the University of Ghana Business School is calling for collaboration between academia and industry to bridge the gap within the green financing sector. Speaking at the Green Finance Champions event earlier today, senior lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Albert Ahenkang, indicated that lack of data is affecting climate and green finance in the country. Hence, the government must help to build capacity in the industry to attract investors. There's more in the following report.
The Green Finance Program, which is a collaborative effort among the United Nations Institute for Training and Research, the Partnership for Action on Green Economy, and the Executive Development Unit of University of Ghana Business School, seeks to publicize green business activities in Ghana. Senior lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Albert Ahenkan, called for a collaboration between academia and industry to bridge the gap within the green financing sector of the economy.
So I think, like you said, data is very important, but lack of data can affect climate financing. But I'm saying that how do we generate data? And I'm saying that there's that interface between the academia, the industry, the government is broken over the years. And we need to bridge this. There's a lot of data sitting in the academia, and we need to tap into this data. So government should collaborate with the academia, the private sector should collaborate with the academia, and let's build capacity in climate finance. There is some policy direction, but for me, nothing is not clear. It's very important that, you see, if you want to scale up climate change, climate financing, it's very important that you involve the private sector, because they have the finance.
Also, Dean of the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Justice Bawole, called for a sustainable funding scheme for businesses in the green economy space.
So one of the critical challenges that small businesses, especially businesses that are into the green economy space, face is the complete lack of understanding about the job that or the businesses that they are in there. And the misunderstanding has to do with the fact that, look, these businesses are not businesses that have a quick turnover. It takes a long time for them to actually be able to realize anything. And many of them are actually social enterprises who are not focusing on profit per se, but they still need funding to be able to survive. The activities have long gestation period, which means that if they get any funding, it must be funding that either do not come with any interest or even sometimes no repayment, so that they can invest in areas that do not have guaranteed profits almost immediately.
For his part, Deputy Banking Supervisor at the Bank of Ghana, Stephen Armah, says the central bank is committed to providing a conducive environment and policy directions for businesses to thrive in the area of green economy.
Okay, so for us as a central bank, of course, we see climate change as a big issue. Climate change presents a risk to all of us. And of course, where we sit, we see the implication it's having on the system. And of course, financial institutions are all exposed to the macro environment. Then that calls for some policies to address these risks that present to financial institutions. So the bank, in collaboration with other stakeholders in the system, EPA to be specific, the Ghana Association of Bankers really came together, and that was since 2015, to see how best we can come up with some principles to address the environmental and social issues we have within our system.
Nicholas Brown's report for Joy Business.
Still on promoting a green economy, micro, small and medium enterprises are being encouraged to explore and venture into environmentally focused business opportunities. Now, players in the MSME space believe this budding area holds a key to solving many societal problems as well as enhancing business sustainability. The United Nations Capital Development Fund, together with SNV under the Green Project, is spearheading the initiative to support such businesses.
One main challenge that impedes the growth of startups, entrepreneurs, and MSMEs have been access to credits and sustainability. Under the Green Project, United Nations Capital Development Fund (UNCDF) has partnered the SNV to support the incubation of new or early-stage green businesses. Angela Yaira Kwashi is technical advisor with the UNCDF.
When it comes to SMEs, one of the main issues is access to finance, how to build their small enterprises, how to scale it up, and access to finance being a major challenge. So access to finance under Result 3 is where we give them the opportunity to get in touch with these financial institutions, micro institutions, micro financial institutions, when it comes to access to finance, so that they build a relationship with these beneficiaries.
With support from the European Union, early-stage businesses will benefit from incubation and other technical support systems. Ms. Kwashi says it is important to boost the sector's performance.
The MMDs currently have all selected their intervention project, so they are ready to start with the project itself. The funds have been released by the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, who is the implementing partner or the anchor ministry of the Green Project.
She said this at a week-long training of trainers program for SOF staff to train cash for work recipients to improve their employability skills. Shaibu Husseini is project coordinator for SOS Green Project.
We are doing a training of trainers program for the SOS trainers on the Green Project. And the Green Project is targeting training for 4,000 cash for work beneficiaries. These beneficiaries will gain some short-term or temporary jobs where they will be paid the daily minimum wage of 13 cedis.
The group for a week held an exhibition for green businesses in Kumasi meant to strengthen local ecosystems that support youth employment and the growth of SMEs. Genevieve Parkachum is incubation and acceleration lead at SNV Green Project.
Okay, and that was a look at commodity market. We want to turn to a different kind of market. Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Commodity Exchange says the birth of the organization has helped reduce post-harvest losses, improved quality of crops, lowered transaction costs, amongst others. Addressing the press on the progress of the exchange, TUCCI GOKA IVOWI said the achievement is as a result of initiatives like the warehousing receipt system and the contract signing system. There have been significant gains in the agric space in recent times since the implementation of the Ghana Commodity Exchange. This, according to Chief Executive TUCCI GOKA IVOWI, is as a result of initiatives implemented by our outfit.
When a commodity enters our warehouse, actually you're not going to lose any of it due to poor storage. There's a maximum 1.5% loss, and that's just due to weight. We talk about order, standardization, trading within defined rules, because we are a rules-based organization. So here, because we're a rules-based organization, every single commodity that is sold is done through a contract, and it is enforceable. So there's no more defaults in that area. Transparency. So now we start to share price and product information. So at the end of every trading day, you will get a text message to say, maize grade 1 was sold at this price.
Mrs. IVOWI also said the Ghana Commodity Exchange charges a paltry 0.9% on the commodities traded on the platform. She says the exchange always puts the interests of the farmer first.
Usually the farmers will put their stock at the community level warehouses, and then when they're able to build up enough stock at farmer-based organization level, they will then bring it to the Ghana Commodity Exchange warehouse. It's stored in the warehouse, and when they then decide to sell and they get their money for their commodity, that's at that point that they pay the fees, the Ghana Commodity Exchange fees. So they don't have to pay any fees up front, because we know that its liquidity is difficult for them. The trading fee is let's say 0.9% on the buy and the sell side. So in terms of fees that the commodity exchange makes from trades, is actually relatively low. It's pretty low, and the value that the sellers and the buyers are getting are much higher.
The chief executive of the Ghana Commodity Exchange also indicated that the exchange is not responsible for setting the prices of commodities for trading. According to her, the market determines the prices of food items as the exchange gathers information from the open market daily.
What we do every day, the exchange gathers the open market price information. So literally every key market we get early in the morning, we get the information from the market. If it's maize, this is the price that it's going for in the market. And we provide that information to all our members, so they know at least what the going price is. Now, some of them, now that they know that actually my quality is higher, so instead of charging the market rates, I want to charge a bit more. There are buyers who come to us and say, we're looking for certain quality commodity in certain quantities. I will buy if I know I'm going to get this quality and consistency in terms of volumes. So the farmer can actually get, thank you, the farmer can actually get better pricing. I must say that exchange does not set prices. The market sets the prices.
The Ghana Commodity Exchange was established in 2018 to provide a regulated market that links buyers and sellers of commodities to trade by rules, whilst ensuring the market is transparent. All right, great stuff. You're watching Business Live. We want to tell you next about a conversation that is coming up on our social media platforms with Registrar General of, there you go, Jemima Oware. It will be hosted by Odilia Ntiamwa. That is on Thursday, the 8th of July, 2021. Is a one-on-one with the Registrar General, Jemima Oware. They'll be talking about business registration and all the other things that affect business registration. Also about receivership, the story to do with locked up funds, people wondering how soon they're going to be getting their monies and all of that. You can follow that conversation on Thursday, the 8th of July, 2021 on all our social media platforms, on Joy Business, on JoyNews, that is on Facebook, on LinkedIn as well. That one-on-one conversation with Jemima Oware. Don't miss it. There's more news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. Read the latest stories from there, myjoyonline.com/business, including government to reduce loans as it will borrow only 611.94 million cedis in June.